Hi, welcome to another week of Pony Play Go, and this week we'll be focusing on the Komoku. So we'll first compare the difference between a Komoku and a star point. Then we'll look into how Katago deals with the Komoku on a 13 by 13 board. So if we compare a Komoku with a star point, we'll see that a Komoku does a better job in securing the corner of the board as compared to a star point. So if black tries to invade over here right now, then white will just harness this stone. And these two stones applies a much stronger pressure onto the 3-3 stone. So if we compare it with white invading the black stone, you can see that this two stone doesn't really apply that much pressure as compared to the previous picture because white can still extend over here right now. A Komoku does a better job in terms of securing the corner of the board. But the downside of Komoku is that its development towards the center of the board is slower than the star point. So, what does Katago actually suggest against a Komoku? So once again, this is Katago with Komi of 7.0 points. So if we play Komoku this way, then we can see that Katago actually suggested attaching directly onto this Komoku. The main reason for this is because no matter how white plays, he can never settle down properly and get Sente at the same time. So black can just limit the development of the white stone, and then he chooses which corner he wants that can complement with his own thickness. So let's say black chooses this way, then black has a significant advantage right from the start of the game. And if white choose to harness instead, then the same thing will happen. So black will just harness and white Ataris, then this happens. And black can just choose this corner which complement with his thickness. Alright, so this piece of wall actually limits the white's development, and if white gets this, then black can just continue to limit white's development and build up his own moyo at the same time. So what happens if white tries to Tanuki in this Joseki? So we begin with this honey variation. So if we play out the Joseki, we can see that if white tries to honey, then this is going to be a very punishing move for this shape. And the main reason is because this shape is not fully settled down. Black can still exploit all the RG over here later on in the game. So let's say if you get the corner over here right now, then this is going to be a Sente. He can choose when he wants to activate this. So this is Sente. If you don't respond, then white is dead immediately. Alright, so if you block this is Sente, you have to respond. If you don't respond again, this is going to be a 97% for the black stone because the whole corner is dead. Alright, black can choose when he wants to use all this RG, and the control of the game is in his hand. So once again, if white plays over here right now, then this extent is kind of like a Sente. You can't really just Tanuki from this because this block is going to be very painful for the white stone. White somehow he has to respond to one of these moves, and again if he play this, then this is going to be the same shape as just now. If he plays on the second line, sure, then black can just get the corner because this doesn't generate that much point at the start of the game. So does it mean that white should refrain from playing on the Komoku on the 13 by 13 board? The answer is actually no, because white can play Komoku like this adjacent to the black's corner. So if black still tries the same Joseki, then white can choose this. And you can see that no matter how black chooses the corner, white can always get the other side, which limits black's control over the center of the board. So when white plays Komuku this way, Katago actually recommends that black will just play the game normally like this, just getting the corner. So if white gets the Komuku this way, whereby the Komuku faces each other, then this tree approach is basically about the same win rate. Because after this, then white can just choose this. So he make your thickness faces his corner. So if you just play it like this, end of the day, the win rate will just goes back to 44%. If black plays the high approach, then white can just play a pincer. So if black counter pincer, then you can see that black win rate just goes back to 44%. Alright, so if you play a low approach, then white can just play a very common Joseki. So after this is actually okay for the black stone. So you can just guard this corner over here. Black win rate is still around somewhere around 44%. Alright, so if we keep playing on like this, then we can see that black win rate just fluctuate around 44%. Okay. So it actually doesn't really matter which approach black chooses. So as long as he play the game normally, then this is a rather even game for white and black. If white chooses the Komuku like this, then black can just abuse this attach once again, because if you choose it this way, then black can just extend towards white's territory. So you won't want to play this move over here right now because black is just going to block this and destroy white's territory over here. So if you extend again, then you're helping black to build up his Moyo and limit your developments towards the center of the board. So for Komuku, I would recommend white to play this Komuku, whereby both Komuku faces each other. So in summary, if you ever see white place a Komuku on a 13 by 13 board, just smack a stone red on top of it. Because of this hard to deal with Joseki, if white wants to play a Komuku, they should play one on the corner adjacent to the black's corner. If you like this video, do hit on the like button, like how Katago smacked a stone red on top of a Komuku.